Another Mandela effect. Hello. You look at her, and she actually has somewhat of a grin. It is ingrained in my memory. No, I'm your father.
Listener discretion is advised. Possibly offensive conversations.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down.
All right.
Okay.
Conspiracy 101.
But, okay, so, well, let's catch everybody up to what we were talking about before we got on here.
Yes. Now, my theory, I love a good conspiracy, and there's a conspiracy that we are switched into a multiverse and we are in a different realm. That's why nothing seems to line up with what we're used to. That's the whole reason for the Mandela effect. There's the whole reason why nobody remembers the past. Nobody's remember anything. Certain details are changed. Everybody's having things. Because when they switched CERN on, it threw us into an alternate reality for where we are used to being. That's why everything is as weird as it is today for most of us.
Well, I do remember back in...
you wanted to add on to that, so go ahead.
Yes. My conspiracy theory that I have found out is that, yes, it's kind of like that, but in the same way, it's about quantum computers instead of quantum mechanics. It's quantum computers, which basically means that somebody invented a quantum computer, and out of a course of time, they added into an AI. Now, this AI has completely took over the quantum computer and can change history at will, which basically means in the same sense of, Mandela effects. We still remember the truth, but because of the AI changing history, it's changing what we remember. We remember it as the way that it was originally, but the quantum computer, AI, has changed it physically, but they can't affect our memories. So that's what I was adding on to it. And in a way, it goes along with what you're saying with CERN. It has the same sense to it that instead of it using the actual quantum mechanics, they're using a quantum computer which changes actual history. In the way that, not the way that we remember it, but the way the world remembers it.
When was CERN supposed to be turned on? When was the CERN thing turned on?
I think 2012. No, maybe it was before 2012. I remember I was in middle school, and everybody had everybody was freaking out. Even the scientists were freaking out, and even Stephen Hawking was freaking out about it and saying that if they turn on CERN and try and collide the particles like they said they were going to do, they're going to open up a bunch of black holes, whether they're small or big, and it's going to suck us into another dimension or to kill us all at the same time. That was the thing that was going around back then, before CERN was officially turned on.
September 10th, 2008, the Large Hadron Collider.
Okay. It was December 10th, 2008. And everybody in my school, well, not everybody in my school, but all the people that kept up with stuff like that, was under the assumption that if this gets turned on, it could end the world as we knew it. And in a way, it seems like it has, because a lot of the way that we grew up, me, Chris, and you, don't remember the same thing that the world is saying is true, such as, Luke, I am your father. He never said that. Apparently, it's always been, no, I'm your father. And the things with the Mighty Ducks, we are the champions of the world. Apparently, it never says of the world at the end. It just says we are the champions. But yet,
He does say it, just not at the end. It's not said.
But that's what but that's what we remember. In the movie The Mighty Ducks, it's "We are the champions of the world." That's what we remember, and that's what I really remember. But
It's
it's
also
not
said
like that.
It's also said in the song, and they said they never said it at all. Now, yet I can go to
It is in the
recordings
song.
that it is at the second to the very last line. However, it was in the very last line that they sang in Mighty Ducks, which they said they didn't.
Yes, exactly. And
Well, they
it's
may have
just,
changed it in Mighty Ducks or made it the last line of
Oh.
Mighty Ducks.
And apparently there's also another theory going around that if you have an old enough phone, like a Nokia, it's like the actual, the very first camera phone, you can look at something with that camera, like the Berenstain Bears, as it's called now, and you can look at it through the actual camera and get it as the Berenstain Bears.
That's fake.
It's
Rather
the
it's
Berenstain Bears, but they say it's the Berenstain Bears is how they say it, and how
Yes,
it was wrote now. However, when we growing up, it was Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, I still remember it. Berenstain Bears. E instead of an A.
Yep.
I don't remember exactly how it was spelled.
I can remember like it was yesterday. Just like I know that there was a cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom.
There was a cornucopia back in the day, and they said there was never a cornucopia in it at all. That's that little basket-looking thing where the fruit was laid out kind of in front of the basket.
Uh-huh.
There was
and there was a lady who actually went through her husband's closet and clothes and actually found a Fruit of the Loom cornucopia on the one of his underwear or clothes or whatever, to prove she didn't lose her mind.
Yeah, they said that it never happened at all, even though there's proof that it did. But
exactly.
At the same time, anybody can tell you, if you change history a little at a time, people won't notice the changes most of the time, and then they'll forget the changes happen, which means you can control the world by changing the history a little at a time.
Yeah. Okay. So we get the Berenstain Bears. And the biggest thing is, I still remember. I actually said the Berenstain Bears one time, and my mom corrected me and said, no, it's the Berenstain Bears. And she spelled it out for me, and she was like, it's Berenstain. Not Berenstein, Berenstain. And I still remember her saying that. It was ingrained in my memory. And then, they're Fruit Loops. That's another one.
Fruitloops. It wasn't fruit like that. It was FROOP.
Yeah.
Or FROOT. It was spelled in a playful kid manner. Like Kit Kat had a dash in it, but they said it never had a dash.
Yeah.
What had a dash? Never had one.
Kit dash cat. Kit Kat. But they say it never had it at all. It was just Kit Kat.
I don't remember a dash.
I do, because I'm old enough to remember things like that. You're not. I'm in the point where I still remember shit. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I can still remember shit from 20 years, 30 years ago. I still remember most of my childhood. I remember, building a shitty trailer for the back of my bike, having no engineering skills at all, and wonder how in the hell any of my friends are still alive, or how in the hell I'm even alive for that matter, for some of the shit that I did. But yet, at the same time, people are telling me that I don't remember these things correctly, even though I do specifically remember things like that.
It could simply just be a misrep.
This is
So,
This
so
is
you're going to
another
tell
one.
me and a third of the population of the fucking country remembers it the exact same way, but it's a misrepresentation of how we understood it?
Okay.
Right. And here's another thing. Curious George, tell or no tell?
Tail.
Tail. He was a monkey. He had a tail.
Yes, he had a tail. They said.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but I remember it because it was kind of during my time period, and I remember watching my sister watching the video, Britney Spears during her song "Oops, I Did It Again." I remember she had a headset.
Yes, she did.
Apparently, she didn't.
Well, yes, she did.
Yeah, she did, but apparently she didn't.
But she did. I specifically remember her having a headset on. Kind of like our trucker headsets.
Exactly. So do I.
Did she have a headset or a microphone that comes down from her ear?
No, it was a microphone that came down from her ear, but that's what we're saying, a headset. It had the mic piece that comes down like ours.
But now she doesn't have a headset in the video. She don't. And then, okay.
Because that was
Jiffy.
standard typical back then for pop people who were always dancing around, was to have that microphone that came down in front of their mouth.
Yeah. Jiffy. The peanut butter. Jiffy. Apparently it was never Jiffy. It was always Jif.
Jif.
I don't freaking remember that. It was Jiffy. And this one ought to get you. Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Loony for loony.
EY for loony.
EY whatever, and then TOONS.
Yep. Looney Tunes. That's been changed to TUNES. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, this is one that's kind of out of the blue. Is it sex in the city or sex and the city?
Sex and the city.
Huh?
Sex in the city is what
it
it's
should
always
be
been.
sex in the city.
I think.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it should be sex in the city, but apparently it's sex and the city. There's so much. Like they've even changed Febreze. Like little minor changes in the way that things are spelt, and it's like Oscar Mayer or Oscar Mayer. Because I remember Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, it's Oscar Mayer.
No,
Meyer.
It's Meyer.
It's Oscar Mayer now. Mayer. Mayer.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah. Oscar Mayer. Not Meyer. Mayer.
I could have sworn it was Meyer, M-E-Y.
It is. There you go. Another Mandela effect. Hello. Meyer. Oscar Mayer. Meyer. Oscar Mayer. But now they've turned it into Oscar Mayer. Mayer. This is what we're talking about. There's so many different changes that a lot of people are not noticing. Oh, the biggest one. The Mona Lisa.
Target rings. Oh, I was going to say the target rings, where it used to look like a target, now it's only 2 rings.
Exactly. I still remember whenever I first went to frickin' Chicago, and I went to my first ever Target. Okay. I still remember how many rings was on the frickin' side of that building. It is ingrained in my memory. Yet,
What?
you huh?
What building with rings?
Okay, in Chicago, there was a Target building. It was a 2-story Target, and it had a glittery kind of Target symbol on the side of its building. Okay, it wasn't like a normal Target sign. It was kind of like a sparkly Target sign, like it was made with metal instead of glass or whatever, or plastic. It was very nice looking to look at, and I really remember how many rings it had. I fully remember it. It looked exactly like a Target. And then 2 years later, all of these barely looking like a Target, still looks like a Target, but not an actual Target, started coming out, and I'm like, that doesn't look like the symbol I remember.
What, the
And
red circle with a dot in the middle?
No,
it used to look like an actual red Target. It would be red, white, red ring, white ring, red ring, white ring, dot.
Yeah.
Like it was two red dots, or the red dot, and then 2 exterior red circles with like 2 white circles, and now it's just one dot.
Yeah.
Red, white, and dot.
The other thing is the Mona Lisa. As I was growing up, I was taught that Mona Lisa never had a smile, not even a grin. She was it was neutral faced, like kind of like a bitch face, you know, like I'm only doing this because I'm getting paid or whatever, you know, type of face. But now you look at her and she actually has somewhat of a grin, you know, like it's different. King Henry VIII turkey leg, you know, people remember him having a turkey leg in one of the photos. The Monopoly guy with a monocle, I remember him having a monocle.
He had a monocle growing up. They said he never did, but he did. I remember specifically that he did.
Same here.
And then, King Henry VIII did have a giant meat leg. I can't say it was a turkey leg specifically, but he did have a meat leg in the photograph.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but I did think the Monopoly guy had a monocle.
Now, here's another one, which probably none of you would remember, but frickin' Pikachu. Pikachu had a black-tipped tail.
He had a black tip on his tail. Yes.
Yep.
My nephew loved watching Pikachu growing up, so I remember it. I remember the original when it first came out. Yes, he had a black tip. They said no, he didn't. He had only solid yellow tail.
Yeah.
I don't think it was solid, but
according to them, it was solid yellow.
Yeah.
It had no
according
black
to them,
at
it is
all.
solid yellow. Anyways, another thing, Cheez-It. It's no longer Cheez-It. It's Cheez-It.
It's always been Cheez-It.
Just because
I remember it as
doesn't
people
mean it was
people pluralized it because the way they said it, Cheez-Its, instead of Cheez-It.
I actually remember Cheez-It, but that might just be my memory.
I remember Cheez-Its, but I don't know if the box ever said Cheez-Its.
I think it said Cheez-It.
Oh, this is another one. This is a Star Wars reference. C-3PO, silver leg or no silver leg?
I don't know.
Wasn't that the fully gold one?
Huh?
Wasn't CP3PO, whatever in the hell it is, fucking solid gold or something?
See?
Or brass?
That's how me and you remember it.
I'm not a Star Wars.
Solid
person, so.
gold. Solid gold.
Yeah, it was gold or brass or whatever.
Uh-huh. Not anymore. He has one silver leg.
Little shit.
Look it up.
Well, I guess I will have to. I mean, I don't even know what the heck you call it. I mean, the only one I really remember from Star Wars is R2D2.
Yeah. So C-3PO, that's his name, has one silver leg now.
No, I remember the commercials.
Oh,
I remember the
see.
show.
It
a little
looks
bit,
like
but
it's
it
all gold.
was all brass, gold. Yeah.
It looks all gold. No, an arm, you mean?
No.
The arm
Seriously?
looks silver.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
even then, I'm going to tell you right now. Even then, for that, even the arms were gold, dude. There was no other color because that's exactly why they made. That's why they made Spaceballs the exact same way they did, because a dot matrix in Spaceballs was making fun of CP3O. I don't know how you say that. Anyway,
Spaceballs was making fun of fucking Star Wars, period.
They were,
Parody
but
of Star Wars.
dot matrix was solid gold too, to be just like CP3O.
C3PO is what it is.
Okay.
C3PO.
Here's one that will get you. Flintstone or Flintstone?
It's Flintstone.
It
was
Flintstone.
literally meant. It was literally meant to be like flint rock, as in the original tools that everybody used to pretty much start, because we all started out as cavemen as flint tools from flint rock.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
I don't really remember. I thought it was Flint, like Flintstones, but
Yeah, it was flint, as in like the original tools used by mankind. Flint.
I always call it Flintstones. And maybe, I don't know what I remember on that one. For some reason, I think about it and I feel like there was a T, but we never pronounced the T.
It was Flintstone, but you never pronunciated it because of the way you said it, Flintstone. It was Flintstone because of the way you said it, but it was Flintstone. The Flintstones. It's just you said the Flintstones because they were cave people.
Yeah, I think I remember the T, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the T.
Okay. What color
I took enough of their damn nasty-ass chalk
Syracuse?
vitamins.
What color
What the
is
hell is
Syracuse?
I don't
What
know.
is that?
Well, back in art class, I was told that Syracuse.
Hey, why don't you tell me what that is so I can answer the question?